HiPeople is pleased to present 40 Days 40 Fintechs, an initiative under its Include Everyone program, as it continues to lead the way in advocacy for the creation and dissemination of technology that enables financial inclusivity. The 40 Days 40 Fintechs is shining a spotlight on those that are breaking down digital barriers and bringing millions more on the continent into the transactional space and transforming their lives for the better.
My name is Vincent Tumwejiche, the CEO of FutureLink Technologies. FutureLink Technologies is a banking-as-a-service fintech that is now in its 16 years of continuous operation. Our purpose is to enhance the financial resilience of the low and medium income earners in Eastern Africa. And we do this by leveraging the relevance and outreach of SACCOs and microfinance institutions in Africa to advance the personal savings growth, enable the low-income earners to grow personal savings, access credit, and make payments using digital channels that are safe, affordable, and reliable. We have two main products in the fintech industry. One is the ecosystem core banking. We call it ecosystem because our approach to banking is that we must de-risk the institutions that we serve. Because we work with SACCOs whose capacity and capital is limited to manage their own infrastructure, beyond the core banking system, we manage their entire network infrastructure. We manage their server infrastructure. And by doing that, we have brought down the cost of infrastructure expenses, monthly infrastructure expenses, to as low as $18, down from $200. That is about 90% discount. The other product is the mobile banking switch, which enables end consumers to access a variety of services provided by our partner SACCOs on this other end. We do this because we want to empower the end consumer with bargaining power to be able to choose from the products that best serve them. And we have been able to actually achieve this with some SACCO already offering credit as low as 9.75% in this country. This is really phenomenal. This is the first time that we have an institution, a financial service provider, offering credit for as low as 9.75% per annum. We still have in this same country where money lenders are lending at 240% per annum. We have some that are lending at 108% per annum. So we consider this really phenomenal because as far as our research is concerned, we have not found even any commercial bank doing that. And this is really the power that we can get if we leverage technology to make operations efficient. We run a B2B2C, so that is business to customer. So our journey begins with the B2B. The reason why we do that is that we understand from the context of Africa that banking, if we have really to bring out a systemic, sustainable momentum in the financial sector, we must involve the communities. So by working with SACCOs, we know that then the money can actually remain within the communities. It can be lent to the community members. And with that, we serve about 300 SACCOs and microfinance institutions spread across the country. And then for the end consumer, we serve about 1.2 million customers, and these are varied. You have farmers, you have employee-based end consumers, you have the micro SMEs that also access these financial services. Of the 1.2 million that we are serving, we have observed that about 300, about 390 are women. And this is really something that we are pushing, so you can count about 34% of those are actually women. One of the challenges, of course, that we have seen is the lack of phone ownership by the women. So, for that reason, then you have a lower uptake of financial services, digital financial services by women. So what we do in order to actually onboard more women is that we have structured our team. The people who deal with the women are very often the women themselves. So we have seen that be an effective way to onboard fellow women. Also, we have an agency that is spread all over the country, over the 300 circles that we work with. We have placed there a name circle agent, very often who is a woman, a fellow woman, who can then train the fellow woman to be able to onboard and start using the digital financial services. FLT is largely really a company that is very enthusiastic about the end consumer. And one of the challenges that the end consumer has, even in onboarding and taking up these digital channels, is to verify evidence that we are actually resolving the issue of efficiency. If a customer sends their money and they cannot get it in the circle, then it becomes a problem. That is the first thing that we had to resolve. So our systems, our payment gateway is directly integrated with the different leading providers of mobile money, InterSwitch as an ATM, and every transaction is in real time. And this we understood as a key requirement for the end consumer who is in the village, this ordinary mama. The moment there is a slight challenge in verification, the moment there is a slight challenge in reconciliation, then you will affect their confidence in the product. And this was the first thing that we did and resolved. Affordability. Again, it's important to take care of affordability because the people we work with, most especially in the rural setting with minimal capital. So the devices ought to be affordable, and we make sure that all the services can actually be accessed through a simple feature phone, through the USSD. There are people who can serve themselves through the app. There are others who can serve themselves through the internet banking. So we offer a varied scope of different channels that work for different people. So you'll find that employee-based are more accustomed to internet banking. But when you go to the village, you will find that the preferred digital channel is a USSD app on a simple feature phone. Excitedly, I can see that the future of the fintech industry in Uganda is quite bright. You can see the NPS regulations, the National Payment Systems regulations in place. You're beginning to see more trust coming in from the different stakeholders as a way to advance the financial inclusion agenda. The FinScope study mentioned that the reason why we have now 78% of financially included is largely because of the mobile money. So it is really promising. I think that what government and every other stakeholder could do to advance the agenda of the fintech industry is to fight corruption and offer space for value creation. I think that more than anything, more than even the taxes, more than any other intervention, if you avail space for value creation and accountability, then the fintech will be the the exact tool that will actually be used, because then accountability becomes important, you have traceability becoming important, and all these features then can come out if we are able to fight corruption. The other bit is to, for government to continue to understand that the fintech is a platform upon which the economy ought to stand. So rather than tax the fintech, you would rather support it, build it up, have platforms upon which the economy can stand, and then you can charge, the services that are built on that platform. So the taxation needs really to continue to recognize the role of fintech as a way to enhance accountability, as a way to bring to the limelight the value creation, as a way to actually get reasonable data upon which policy could be made. The 40 days, 40 fintech is a great initiative. It's great in the sense that it offers a possibility of convergence of purpose for the fintech industry. Because we come from a background where each one of us has been doing something great. But I think that the fintech industry in Uganda, and indeed Africa, needs to move further from just technology, being just excited about the fact that you can actually have real-time settlement, and move towards a greater purpose of enhancing the financial resilience of our people. And so such a project highlighting these stories and different purposes and what everyone is doing is an opportunity for convergence of purpose, but also awareness of purpose, so that we, at the end of the day, know what exactly is the essence of our work, and be able to bring value to our people. You can find us on www.fltug.com.
40 Days 40 Fintechs is presented in proud partnership with Crossleg Technologies, Modus Box, Moduloop Foundation, and Level 1 Projects.